Hello everyone, it's Bigfoot Theory here, and today I would like to go over 2 recent Bigfoot reports that really stick out to me from the rest. Here's the first report. On August 9th, 2024, so about 10 days from me recording this video, maybe later by the time I upload it, Joseph was driving near Spotsylvania, Virginia at around 8:30 p.m. His fiancée and friend were in the car with him, but weren't paying attention to the road due to them having a conversation. By this time, the sun had completely set. The weather on this night was misty and rainy. While on the road that night, upcoming intersection, Joseph saw a dark figure that stood about 7 or 8 feet tall cross the road about 40 yards in front of his vehicle. He said the figure crossed the road with a few big steps with long arms swinging like a biped. Once it finished crossing the road, the figure seemed to glide over a wooden fence and into the forest. Joseph was confused because there was no reason for a human to be running across the road at 8:30 p.m. in poor weather conditions. The size of this creature and how it seemed to glide across the road are what makes Joseph believe that what he saw was a Sasquatch on that night. It's hard to imagine a 7 to 8 foot tall person crossing the road at night in misty and rainy weather when you are no more than 100 yards from an intersection. The writer of this report makes a great observation about this encounter. This creature was spotted right along a power line. What's more interesting is that there has been more reported Sasquatch activity along the same power line system a few miles up north from this sighting. So what we can speculate about this encounter is that a large bipedal creature around 7 to 8 feet tall one night was traveling along these power lines going from point A to point B. Seemingly, it needed to exit off the quote-unquote highway to get to its destination. In a sense, how we do the same thing when driving. When turning off its exit, this creature was met with flashing lights coming towards it. Luckily for the creature, it didn't get hit by the car and continued its route. Now, I'd like to go over a similar report from earlier this year. This encounter takes place in Centralia, Washington in February of this year. The witness was riding motorcycles on a private dirt trail with his neighbor and 3-year-old son. A couple miles into their ride, the riders came to the top of a ridge in the middle of a clear-out. They decided it would be a great idea to take a break and enjoy the clear, crisp day. A little more than half a mile away, they saw a large, tannish-brown colored bipedal creature, estimated to be 8 to 10 feet tall, swiftly walking along some power lines from their left to right. It walked fast, with a sense of urgency, making quick ground with long, effortless strides. They watched this creature walk for about half a mile, angling towards the tree line, fading out of their sight. The area where this sighting occurred is well known for Bigfoot activity. What we can speculate about this encounter is similar to Joseph's encounter. This large bipedal creature that is at least 8 feet tall was using power lines as some sort of director to get to its destination. While on its journey, the creature had to cross an area where it was vulnerable, so trying not to make itself more vulnerable, the creature kept its walking pace, knowing running would bring it more attention. And luckily for our witnesses, they were able to see this creature giving its position away. These 2 reports are different but share a couple interesting factors. Both witnesses claim to see a 7 to 10 foot tall bipedal creature crossing some sort of opening. In that circumstance, whatever the witnesses saw was in a position where it had to make itself vulnerable to get to its destination. But what really makes these encounters stand out is both witnesses reported their sightings near power lines. When you really think about it, a large bipedal creature that inhabits the forests of North America may be intelligent enough to see power lines as some sort of indicator or sense of direction. To these creatures, power lines may be seen as a highway or some guide that helps them to get from point A to point B, which would make sense as to why there are many more reports outside of the ones I shared with you today about a large bipedal creature traveling along power lines with data such as footprints, hair samples, and many more. Or maybe I just sound like a crazy person that needs to go outside. But who knows, maybe some Bigfoot power line highways lead to vacation spots only they know about. Anyways, that wraps up what I've got to say today. Also, I linked the 2 original reports for you to check out below. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you next time.